So this is part 2 of the copper Slim Jim 2 meter antenna build. I've got it mounted up in the loft. Not very easy to see up there, but I will try and get some shots later on. Now it seems like everybody else, I've got a nano VNA, but for me the biggest problem is the nano. It's just too small for me to see. Just zoom in there so you can see what's what. So I will be using the desktop software, which makes the life a lot easier, but there's just a few things you have to do. I'm not going to do a review of the nano or a how-to guide, anything like that. There is plenty of them out there. So when you connect it to your computer, you're presented with this screen. Click connect and it will work its magic. You can see there's already some sweeps and things in there. If you set a marker for the center frequency, it will show you some figures up there which all look great. However, one thing to remember, if you just do that, that will probably give you a false reading. I have set the calibration up. I spent a bit of time messing around with it. If you click the calibration button, you can see it's all uncalibrated, but we can quickly load the calibration file like so. Gives you a much more accurate reading. Now it's not great, it's not perfect, but it is just a bit of copper. I have done a little bit of fiddling about with it, nothing too great yet, but it's showing on the center frequency of 145 and SWR of 1.4, which is a bit high. Impedance a bit high, but again that could be down to the cable. So I'll just disconnect the analyzer and connect it up to an old-fashioned, shall we say, SWR meter, and just see if those readings match. So on 145.000 it is saying 1.4, and on 145.500 it's saying 1.38. So let's just compare those results. I won't do this for too long because I don't want to block up the 2 meter calling channel. I've already set the forward power and I've set it to reflected now. So there we go, just over 1.5, 1.6, a little bit higher than what it said on the analyzer, but there's obviously going to be some differences and discrepancies there. But that's perfectly reasonable, perfectly usable, and again I am going to do some more tweaking on the antenna. I'm about 6 miles from a 70 centimeters repeater. Should have no problems hitting that with about 10 watts of power on this antenna. So I've done a bit of tweaking with the antenna, altered the feed point, done a bit of adjustment on the stubs. As you can see, it has improved both the impedance and the SWR on 145. We can change that. I think it'll have improved it on 430 as well. Let's have a look. 430. Sweep. So the SWR of 1.69, a lot lower than it was previously, so again that's another improvement. And on another band, so it's a little bit higher on 446, but usable if you wanted to, because you would only ever be using that on low power anyway. I've put a few calls out, nobody seems to be around, just having a quick scan, but again I think it's the wrong time of day for people to be on the radio. If you liked the video, hit like, hit subscribe, look out for the next ones, which I think is going to be a series about making your own repeaters.